Welcome to a hopefully more expedient session of viewer levels than the one that we had yesterday, which went on for far too long, level by level and also on hole. Today we'll start with a warm-up level while we wait for the first submissions to populate the queue, and this is going to be Truffle Hunter Extreme, a new creation from this week by Document. Catch those tasty mushrooms for a cannonball boost. And welcome Zigzy, thank you for the first submission. We'll hopefully get to you very soon on what I believe is your maker code. Okay. Yeah, so we do have to take damage, we just have to boost our way up afterwards. This is going to be a spin and spin our way up. Pretty understandable. Oops, let's get off to a roaring start here. We've seen similar mechanics using Bonsai Bills before in various levels, and notably some of those by Mang. But Document here has, of course, decided to take advantage of some of the cannonball tech that we last saw in Document's own level 4 6mm, Tony Montana Mole. Whoops. 5 or 6, I don't remember which season that was in, but one of the two. With cannonballs galore everywhere. Whoops, let's not back off like that. And yeah, hoping not to have as much of a fiasco as yesterday when it comes to taking about an hour per level and having half the people drop and still taking 5 hours to finish the stream. That was maybe a little bit extreme. Usually doesn't go quite that badly, but the levels were great, so well worth it in the end. Okay, no, I need to loosen up on that. I need to spin jump ahead and then catch the cannonballs. Yeah, usually we have a mix of fast and slow levels that average out to a wait of about 20 minutes per level, but yesterday we had several levels in a row that were all very time-consuming. And where normally I would quit out a little bit early and just save them for another session, but we were getting so close to the ending on some of those that it did make sense to continue. Yeah, that I'm still a little behind pace, I think. That series of jumps right there. Still haven't figured it out. And yeah, Glitch, hope you're doing well on your end also. Okay, I'm definitely a little behind pace, I think. Whoops. Coming off that conveyor belt, definitely a little bit too slow because of the way the spike top it dropped down below a little bit. Jackalip 39, welcome. And Glitch, you've been very busy? Yeah, so have I. Haven't been able to stream as much lately, and yep, if you're too slow, the spike top is too low. And happy time all the time, welcome back. Hope you've been well. Yeah, need to kind of jump back a little bit like that and then go ahead. And then, hopefully we'll get this done for once. There we go. Standard jump is probably going to be okay there. Don't really need to spin, because then you can do a nice short bounce. Okay, let's go. And yeah, on a slightly better pace this time, but I needed a bigger jump. On some of the previous attempts, I was too slow getting over there and getting caught on the Reddit cannonball column a little bit too early. So yeah, thank you for the submissions of Wall Jump Pipeline and Snowbird. We'll hopefully get to those fairly soon. Okay, let's head up here. And up we go. Okay. And that cuts through. Damage boost over here. We're a little bit behind, I think. Oh no, that's okay. I guess the last mushroom was for the bonus coins at the very end there. Damage boost and up. And then I needed to hang a little bit further to the right to get onto the conveyor belt. Nope. Got stomped by the cannons. Okay, up we go. Had to pull back a little bit on that jump, but here we just need to land accurately. Hit this, chase the mushroom, and up we go once again. I see that I'm supposed to, I think, land on the muncher? It doesn't, I'm not exactly sure, but you do need a spin jump. You need to switch to a spin jump by the time you get to the spike top, so something is going on there that I'm not reading accurately. Unless the muncher is a trap. It is a trap. I would have thought so, just given the placement of that box, but in that case I'm not really sure how I'm going to switch to a spin jump there. And Document, welcome. Yeah, I guess that kind of cuts out the middleman, or the middle bot. I saw this one come up very freshly, and thought there was a good chance you might come in anyway, so might as well get this done now. While you're still able to make it to the stream, so. Also means I won't feel bad about taking a bit longer on this one, since it's going to be with the maker attending. So, I guess I do need to land on that in a damaged state, and because I don't see a way to switch to a spin jump. And I'll just have to reread that. I haven't quite understood it completely yet. Yeah, because you need to get on top of the lower spike top, jump again, and then get onto the next set of cannonballs, I think. No, I would need to jump. I don't know if the timing's going to work out for that. I guess I do need to probably just do a nice high jump immediately and hope that cannonballs that are red are going to catch me. Arvamp, welcome back. Okay, that is correct, but you need to jump towards the wall to do so, I think. Wasn't sure what the placement was going to be, but that is correct. So yeah, no spin jump there. No opportunity to do so anyway. No, lost too much momentum, but as you can see, that's going to be plenty of space to work with when it comes to having the cannonballs active going up to the platform that's on the right. Our vamp is going alright, just started today. Hopefully the stream will go more expediently than yesterday's, where things went way too long. And I had about half the people drop out, and the stream still went much longer than I anticipated. So, we'll see how it goes today. Of course, it all comes down to the quality of the levels. So, you said, RVamp, you made a couple of adjustments, but there is one additional issue that is still on the list to be fixed, I guess. We'll see if we run into that. That's always useful to get multiple people on a level like that to see if we're running into the same thing. Okay, there we are. That was okay. I think my jump height was not well estimated there. If I was looking for a spot to spin jump, I can land on it and spin to buy time. Yes, that's true. Interestingly enough, that's an interaction that I haven't seen very often in invincibility frame levels like this one. Mostly, I thought this, as I was saying earlier, reminded me of a couple of bonsai-based concepts by Meng, who of course just came into the chat. But even so, I think the idea of landing on top of something like a spike top while invincible and then kind of spinning back on it is comparatively rare, even in invincibility levels, but rare in the sense of being underused. I feel like there's quite a lot of potential in there if it somehow becomes useful. Whoops. Yeah, buying time is not really so much of an issue, though. I think 3 cannonballs is plenty. I'm just not landing from one cannonball to the next as well as I should be. Whoops. Didn't make it over. And Luca, welcome. Okay, let's get in here. Yeah, maybe I do need to spin then, because momentum isn't quite working out in my favor there with the way I'm landing on that initial cannonball. Not enough momentum left to right as I get on it, so maybe the spin is a good idea. Nova accused you of stealing this from his brain. Really, all ideas are stolen Meng ideas. Yeah, that's because Nova's brain was itself a stolen Meng idea to begin with. I was an accomplice to the robbery. Not really, I can't take any credit for that. And yeah, Luca, I actually recently played the original Meng Bonsai level that predated Bonsai Reboost. And I've seen a similar idea using thwomps as well, I believe. Terminator might want to check that code. Welcome back in. We'll hopefully be a little more awake for your level today. In the end, all these ideas belong to Nintendo. Yeah, they can just sit on them and not use them. Whoops. Yeah, I should spin there. So yeah, Terminator, thank you for the resubmission of Curse You Boom Boom. I'm pretty sure I was missing something obvious with it yesterday. In terms of getting Boom Boom to hit the P-switch. We'll get back to that one soon enough, I guess. Okay, up we go. No, I'm pulling back a little too much there. But yeah, I should actually remember to try the spin jump approach on the spike top this time then. I wonder why I'm slowing down at the conveyor belt. I think it's something to do with when I'm jumping off the conveyor belt. I'm not picking a very good location to do so. Yep. And okay, shouldn't have done the high bounce there. Have to keep it nice and low. And let's not miss either. And down we go. Yeah, a little too far forward that time. Obviously can work quite a bit on estimating how I'm going to land on those red cannonballs there. Whoops. Yeah, there's something I can be doing a little better with this mushroom. I'm pulling back too much. I just need to go for it. There we go. At long last, almost. And then I get on top of the platform there. And I'll catch up to what you said about the conveyor in just a moment. Let's try to clean this up first. Yeah, one bounce there will do. There we go. Okay, that worked out fairly well, and then I bumped my head on a ceiling because I was aiming for the on-off switch a little bit early. Apparently you can jump the moment after you run off the conveyor, which means you don't get momentum anymore. Interesting. I don't know that I've seen that in action, except perhaps accidentally. And Luca, you were saying that you both wanted to do a barrel mole. So which one of you was Fox and which one was Falco? Whoops. And, man, I guess the bot is choking on the code. And, oh yes, what you were saying about the conveyor. Yeah, I barely even noticed that that was the interaction. I guess I've never really had much occasion to think about that systematically. But there it is, indeed. Okay. Now what's going on here? Whoa! Okay, should have reacted to that a little bit better, perhaps. You have to outrun and then grab the mushroom at the end and then go up the column. Ah, I see. I think that did happen that time, just lost conveyor momentum on that jump, so... Yeah, Ming, I guess you'll have to tell me which level you were going for when we get to your code. Not sure why that was not being accepted, but all of the bots have been a little bit dysfunctional lately. I know that some people had Nightbot down earlier today, and I've been getting spammed pretty heavily on this channel by things like follow bots recently as well. And I know a lot of small streamers have, so something with the spam detection has been failing lately. And bots in general have not been cooperating. I still haven't figured out what's been going on with the replace command in Warp World, which hasn't really worked here in about a month or so. I think it is something on their end. I didn't make any changes. Yeah, do need to do a little bit of a short hop there. Since Nintendo is still making Ninja levels, they'll... Well, I don't know if they'll patch much of anything, but... At this point, it's almost better if they leave well enough alone. Luca, thank you for Twisted Twilight Towers. I don't believe I've played that one. Whoops. Okay, pop this. Up here. And once again, just a bit of a poor estimate. Yeah, to think about the cannonball bit at the very end is that I don't need to run all the way to hugging the wall. I just need to get far enough to get the mushroom and the cannonball spawned. And so, I needed to turn back a little faster and of course make that jump that I missed over the little muncher that was in the way. I see what's happening here is that I'm pulling back on the conveyor for some reason. I don't know why I have that habit. Yeah, you would think I would have noticed this conveyor issue by now, but... Okay. Now let's go up. Nope, needed to build up a little more speed. No, you do need to hit the on-off switch at the very right side, okay. Nintenium, welcome. Nintenium, I don't know why the bot has been choking on, presumably, some people's level codes or maker codes, I'm not sure which one. But the bot has been behaving poorly today. It is taking maker codes, apparently, but some level codes seem to be failing. Yeah, I do see now that the on-off affects the conveyor up top as well to get the mushroom over to the left. Previously, I just hadn't paid much attention to what was going on there, so... No, too late on that spin. I just needed to spin jump right away. Yeah, it just failed on somebody else as well, too, at Nintenium. So we'll work around this somehow today. We'll make sure that people get their desired levels played. Okay, here we go. Yeah, if you go right away, the timing is actually quite smooth. We'll grab this one. Up we go. And missed that jump. I guess I do have to catch the mushroom probably as it's falling. I don't need to think too hard about that, but I do need to, of course, clean up that jump over to Muncher, and maybe a spin jump will actually be better there in terms of maintaining momentum and just having something quick and snappy. Yeah, I do have certain habits when it comes to pulling back on jumps. Sometimes it's necessary to land accurately on things like that mushroom, but... Yeah, also with all these Monty Moles digging around here, I guess I hadn't thought so much about the way the level plays into its truffle hunting theme. Whoops. There we go. Conveyor jank once again. Okay, down we go. We'll take this, go up. And yeah, the spacing there seems to be pretty smooth for me most of the time. Yeah, grab the mushroom and then go up pretty much immediately. Maybe I'm a little too far ahead of that, actually. I probably wanted to catch the mushroom in midair. And then go up the stack going right to left. Do you see the spot for that? And let's head on up. Okay, just get back up here. You were saying something about catching it in midair being helpful. But we'll do it that way instead. And everything's going to go down. Alright. Thank you for the GGs. Let's get into the main queue. And yeah, thank you for dropping by for some of the director's commentary from Document, though I guess intended to submit that anyway later on. So, glad we could get that out of the way right at the start. I actually haven't caught up on your second most recent one as well, in fact, the Mechanical Manacles. But we'll have lots to do. Zigzee. Okay, Zigzee, let me know if you have a particular fight that you want me to take a look at. If you have any kind of preference for one of the many uploads you've been doing. I see you've been cranking them out very rapidly. Well, we can go for first clear on something if it's available. I don't know if it's available anywhere. No, that's okay. We'll do something else then. Why don't we do something like the Castle series? Unless... yeah, let's do that. Perhaps. Made it to Lemmy's castle. Can you stop him? We'll find out. Reached a goal after defeating all one Lemmy. Okay, going to have a bit of auto-scroll here, and not much up here except a 10 coin... good 10 coin placement, actually. And then we'll just sit here for a bit and then wait for... whoops. Something to jump around up here. Yeah, get on the platform, and then there is a pretty clear opportunity to here to hit the question block. And yeah, there's no need to let me know what to do. I mean, it should be clear from the level itself. And it is clear. So, although I guess, yeah, you'll be concerned about the platform outrunning the auto-scroll, maybe? Yeah, you definitely want to design around the assumption that the player will not have access to the developer giving them advice. So... yeah, when it comes to anything like that in auto-scroll where you have the track going, Best to design the track so it doesn't run into that issue. Oh, star. I see what you mean now, that you want to force the player to wait. The thing is, a lot of players will not do that if they don't know that they have to. It is going to look like a bit of a blind death, for sure. Otherwise, the spacing here has been pretty reasonable so far. But yeah, nobody's going to know that this is going to outpace the auto-scroll. It's better to design a track that simply doesn't outpace the auto-scroll. Oh, whoops. I have the star, but the star isn't going to do anything there against the Muncher. Yeah, the thing is, if you see a lot of auto-scroll levels playtested, you'll realize that if people can impatiently hug all the way to the edge of the screen going forward, they will do it. And as you can see, it is a bit of a habit, but it especially goes for vertical auto-scrolls as well, where people are always kind of cramped against the ceiling. And that's something that you just kind of pick up from watching people play levels and doing so yourself. That it's going to happen. So it's best if this is able to accommodate every kind of track entry, whether it's very late or very early. And yeah, as you can see, you get into some issues with blindness over there. No, they absolutely won't know that. I guarantee it. Like, if you send it around for more playtesting, you'll find that out very quickly. It is something that, interestingly enough, using a custom scroll speed can actually solve. But the best way to solve it is, of course, just to design the track a little bit differently. Give it a little bit more vertical time, or maybe even back and forth time. Okay, having the star here is useful. As you can see, even if I do a fairly late entry, I'm right on the edge and can't quite see where I'm going. Now I can't quite see the floor either, but that's okay. Once we stomp down there, we'll be able to get up and see what that's all about. Okay, claws look like an optional path that goes up to the top right. And that looks like it's just an optional path that gets you over quickly. Claws for a 50 coin. See. Okay, so you have Lemmy at the very end, and that's the reason you have the clear condition, I guess, is because it's not going to be anything based on a key door. And that's okay given the length of the level, it's pretty reasonably short. In most cases, unless it interferes with something else going on in your idea, it's probably better to gate things off with a key door so you have a little bit more flexibility to build longer, build checkpoints, whatever. But here, this is pretty reasonable. Yeah, main issue with this one is that the auto-scroll is pretty blind. You do need to accommodate people who are going to enter right away. It goes for every kind of auto-scroll concept. Like, you know, players who are trying to push it quickly and players who are taking it slowly. That whole spectrum basically needs to be covered, so you don't have anything too blind. Anyway, thank you for that, Ziggsy. And yeah, we'll play some of the other ones at some point as well, if you want to resubmit later, so mark that as a win. And Jackalope39, if you're still here, you just said GG, so let's punch you in. Also, I usually kind of casually alternate between next and sub next. I just forgot to check for subs on that round. But we'll do that later. But yeah, we'll hopefully just, in general, get through more levels than I did yesterday. Wall jump pipeline. Jump off pipes to reach the goal. Let's see it. Okay, I see. So it does show you very early on that you do need to wall jump out of the pipes. It's actually quite a natural thing to do. As soon as you see that creeper, you actually get plenty of visibility of that creeper while in advance, which is nice. Dash panel, oh, I'm just going to miss. I probably could have salvaged that, in fact, but we'll just start over instead. Okay. Yeah, just poor reflexes. I knew it was coming. Looks like you do have to consistently think about wall jumps as you're going through every pipe and just anticipate what's going to happen. And directionally, it's pretty clear throughout, I think. Now that flows well, that cycle over here. And you get plenty of visibility of the icicles well in advance, so you know about that time pressure without being surprised by it. Whoops. Nice to have a bit of a retry spot over here, of course, just in case you are as bad at entering up pipes as I am. And that is going to be checkpoint. Whoops. Yeah, bit of a twirl jump check there, as far as I can tell. Nope. Interestingly enough, that brick is going to be a mushroom check. I can imagine that if some people don't know to twirl jump, what they'll do is they'll just try to wall jump off of this, take damage, and then they'll run into the blaster check later and get into trouble. But, luckily, I think it's a fair assumption that generally, with a more standard platforming level, you can get away with never taking damage. It's very much a Nintendo-style principle to not have to take damage. So we need to wall jump a little higher than what the coins are indicating there, I think, in order to hit the brick under the blaster accurately. I think the coins there are slightly low for what I need to do, but... And then up we go. Oh, second bounce there, okay. And yeah, we lost a mushroom, but that's okay, because we'll get the final jump. Yeah, very nice. I think that it's sort of nice how, as I was saying earlier, when you travel through the clear pipes, you get lots and lots of warning about what's going to come. And so as you're traveling through the pipes, you can kind of plan ahead to what the next jumps will be. The one blaster spot there was a little bit awkward, I think, but I was probably just jumping late because of how I was reading the coins. I think it's probably fine, actually, having looked at it that last time there. But that was one spot to watch out for. Thanks for submitting that. Went quite well, I think. Now, let me just do a quick sub check here. And let's pull up Happy Time all the time, who is here rather. And let's see what you have. Snowbird. An old, rotten knot of feathers that used to be wings. Okay, so hit the on-off switch, and then we jumped over to the other side and reactivates. Okay, just a poor reaction time for me there. I need to go as soon as I land. And the snowballs will consistently cut through in the direction I want, and I need to land directly on the snowballs, obviously, before activating the platforms. That seems pretty key to this whole concept here. Yeah, because lowering the platforms prematurely or activating snowballs is pretty much always going to be death, as far as I can see. Let's not bump my head on too many ceilings here. Okay. Pretty clear how that's going to go. I just needed to jump a little further to the right there to hit the POW. I did see the POW as my target. I think I'd gotten so accustomed to pushing the snowballs from the side, though, or tipping them over slightly, that having a nice jump dead center was not really what I had in mind. So, yeah, I just need to get over there quickly, hit the POWs, all the munchers drop. And then I've got a platform to access right after that. It helped that time that I entered everything there just much more swiftly. Like I approached the POW segment of that level much faster due to cutting some corner on an earlier jump. And it seems like when you kind of approach it as quickly as possible, you get a much better shot at landing the way you need on that snowball. So anyway, just need to go a little further off the edge here. Yeah, it's nice. It's very responsive. Okay, I was wondering how that was going to go, and it looks like you are going to hit the mole first before being able to hit that second snowball. I was wondering if I could just fall into it, but yeah, you cycle around like that. Quite nice. Yeah, the order was uncertain to me at first, but everything is going to line up well, so. And once again, it's going to be this mole bounce lined up with hitting the snowball from the side. Now, it is going to be sent over to conveyor there. I guess it's going to be bounced, isn't it? If I'm understanding that on-off correctly. Yeah, the coin's kind of encouraging you to go dead center there. Nope, Thwomp is what does that for you, but then the conveyor locks that in place for the next jump after that. Yeah, nice landing dead center. Gives you plenty of space to work with. Whoops. You need to kick that, of course, and bounce. I guess the Thwomp retracts by that point to bring the Goomba over up top. Whoops. Nope. Let's not make that mistake so many times. And once again, that's the reason to try to land dead center if I can. Green Heroes, welcome back. Hopefully we'll get to you quickly today instead of having the interminable queue that we had yesterday. Whoops. And it's something new from the Homestuck soundtrack. I think Green Heroes, after the last time you submitted me a Homestuck music level and explained to me what it was, I did in fact look out the webcomic and then realized that it was like 9 years of material there, and possibly more than that. No, actually, like about a dozen years of material there, and thought better of it. But hey, we get to experience the soundtrack in the form of Mario Maker levels. That's good enough for me. Okay, interestingly enough, I landed precisely on the one spot on the conveyor that was safe. Accidental precision. Okay, up we go. Yeah, I should not be pulling back on that jump. I have a habit of kind of pulling back to sort of adjust my height. It's okay to play that jump a little bit riskier. Go all the way forward since you're heading up there anyway. Yep, much better. Yeah, I just misread what I was doing there right by the goal pole. Yeah, for the most part, though, things line up here really neatly when it comes to doing a blind read of the obstacles for the first time. The timings just work out. Partly because of where the snowballs are placed in required locations, such that you must intercept them accurately anyway in order to progress. Okay, once again, just cutting too much momentum. I think what's happening here is that I'm reading the left arrow, and even though my landing is fine, I'm instinctively pulling backwards. It may just be some kind of instinctive response to the leftward arrow, even though it's mostly just telling me where the snowball is going to hit. Like, you see what I'm saying there? That, I see the left arrow, and something about it just makes me pull back. Now, of course, that's not what it's signifying. Everything here is quite consistent in terms of the signaling when it comes to telling me that the snowballs are going to hit certain locations. It's really just me getting psychologically a little bit tricked out. And of course that time I didn't send it properly to the left, which is what the arrow is telling me to do. Or is telling me will happen. Yeah, really smooth all around though. No. Ah, yes. Never mind. We got it. Green Heroes, it also features many songs by Toby Fox. I didn't know that. I knew Toby Fox, of course, was a composer and that he was from a music student background before he made Undertale. Thank you so much for that, Happy Time. Great level, very slick. And let's mark that as a win and move on. Okay, our vamp. And yeah, sorry about the bot today. It's failing on some people's level codes, so try your maker code. If it's not getting in, you're maybe the third or fourth person who has been running into trouble with the Warp World bot today. So just try to get anything into the queue, and when it is your turn, you can tell me exactly which code or level you want. Because a couple of valid codes have been failing today, and it is not your fault. It is also not my fault, I don't think. No worries, Arvamp, I know you're here. So yeah, I want to say that's Lalala Danjago. Not actually sure. But yeah, first of all, correct me on a pronunciation if you would like, and secondly, just try to stuff your maker code in there and it will get you into the correct spot for later. Arvamp, are we doing another playtest of Humble Appetite today, or are we doing something else? Do let me know. I assume that we're looking at this again. Okay. And yeah, I know it's the correct code, but it's just that you need to get into the queue so I remember where you are. And Sand Observer, yeah, I assumed that you wanted to send me the code first before you wanted to comment on that. Yeah, I don't know why some level codes are kind of selectively failing to verification today. But do try to get in the queue correctly if you can. Anyway, We playtested this and broke it like crazy yesterday. We broke it twice, in fact. Let's see how it goes today. You changed a couple of things. Yeah, we'll just do a clean run and see how it goes. Okay, Spiney's over here. And Danjago or Danjago, thank you for getting maker code in. And actually, because you were here first and you just failed to get your code in, I'm going to bump you up ahead of Sand Observer. That's okay, because that was the actual order. Let me just try to fiddle with this in the back end first. Yeah, because Sand Observer, just before you came in, Danjago, or that code got punched by the bot or something, so I'll just make one small adjustment, and this should be the current state of the list. Okay, so... And yeah, we're fairly casual here about trying to keep the queue fair when people run into things like technical errors. So, thank you for the patience of everybody who has submitted, of course. Okay, Muncher is gating off this spot. I guess we'll see if the hammer fight is in a similar place, and it is. Let's go back and get a key. And we can go back either way. No difference here, actually. Is there even a difference anymore? I guess you require Yoshi to go up top, but you don't require Yoshi to go through the bottom. So why would anybody ever take the top passage? Because if you're going left to right, it's Yoshi Gate. Okay, I see. Left to right is Yoshi Gate, but then when you're going backwards, there's no restriction. And because you can get Yoshi in this room, that means that that should resolve any locking issues. Okay, here we are. Yeah, this still sometimes requires a bit of trial and error if you don't quite know what you're doing with hammer, but luckily we do. Okay, grab the coin. And let's proceed. Just sort of wonder if taking a shell will do anything special for me. And yeah, this is top only. I kind of wonder why you wouldn't... I mean, I guess you wanted to sort of do a bit of a Metroid-style structure to it, where you run into gates like this. Ordinarily, it would probably be a good idea to have a one-way panel pointing here. But if you want the player to check, of course, that's fine. But that way it is very clear and doesn't rely on memory so much that there's only one way forward. Anyway, key is over there. That's the only way we can go so far, so let's do it. Pipe down here. On-off switch over here. Yeah, we'll enter the pipe with Yoshi, of course. I take it this is the save location, yeah. And with a repeatable save and... once again, you want to be aware that it is possible to grab a second Yoshi egg here. I don't know if that can break anything when it comes to moving Yoshi from one location to another, but you should be aware of it just in case. And you did notice that? Good. Okay, yeah, that takes you backwards. Because I actually wonder if I can spit Yoshi here. I think you should be safe. Yeah, I think it's probably going to be okay. but I'm going to try to do some stuff anyway. Yeah. I'm thinking about that and seeing if there is a way to break it, but I believe it should be safe. Unless I do something like grab an object for Yoshi to stand on. And yeah, once again, I think I did try the triple jump approach here yesterday, but discovered that it doesn't do much for me, so we'll just grab Yoshi once again and come out. And go back through here now that the on-off switch has been activated, so... yeah, the path is actually very clear. Just one valid option here. And then I have to think about what has changed. That's the key door. I don't actually remember what the on-off affected back here. Ah yes, this. Okay, I think one issue here is that unless you actually do try to scout through this column, you can't actually see that that's an on-off interaction. It's not really visible to the player that this is affected by the on-off gate, so, you know, you'll be coming through the on-off switch and you'll come back here and you won't actually have an idea where you want to go, because mentally you haven't sort of marked out a location as saying we should consider this. I think it's probably okay because, you know, the player is only really going to be able to go through this way and they'll inevitably land here. It's just that as the player, if you're thinking about what the on-off switch gets you, you're not necessarily thinking about backtracking to this spot. So that's just something to be aware of. You don't need to make every gate that explicit, of course. It's just, you know, just how I'm thinking about it, because most people will not really think about that as the place where the on-off switch will be relevant. Yeah, you don't even need to make the spring visible, but you should probably make like the red state blocks visible, I think. Because then you might not know what's going to happen. The player will see that maybe it's going to be a surprise, but they'll at least be able to look at it and think, maybe an on-off switch is going to be useful here. And then when they finally see the on-off switch, they'll be able to say, aha. I mean, I was able to do that my first attempt on this because I actually did scout up to that location. But a lot of people will not. Unless they're as intent on trying to break stuff as I am. Whoops. Yeah, like maybe... And the other thing too is that if the red blocks are... I'll go back and show you. Like if the red blocks are, for example, overlapping the blades that are on the way up, then that also discourages the player from trying to explore up there before they're really able to. I'll show you what I mean, because as you know, I did try to explore up there before, thinking that maybe there was some kind of secret or alternate passage, or even a main passage. Ah, yes, okay, so we do need the... No, we don't need the key door because the on-off state allows me to go back, but... So the question is, though, if that's the case, that means that Hammer and Goomba still gives you an extra key, right? If I'm not mistaken. Because you've created a situation where if you go back in the off state, you have an extra key in the level. Don't you? Okay, you think you fixed that. Oh, okay, no, it's probably something on-off base that you use to gate that off, right? Like if you put an on-off state block behind a Goomba or something to prevent that from happening. That would be one way to do it. Let me check that. Yes, that's exactly what you did. Good. Yeah, that is exactly the right fix. Okay, so you see this location here. If you jump up, if you have something like a row of red blocks like right here, sort of where the blades are touching each other, you can even hide the spring by having another row of red blocks that is even higher in the current location. But at least you mark this location as don't bother exploring up here until you get an on-off switch. And at the same time, you communicate to the player that they should be looking for an on-off switch, and that when they do hit one, they should think about this location. So something like an extra row, like keep the existing row, keep the spring out of view, but something like an extra row right along the ceiling here. It would, I think, do a lot of stuff to and get the level to communicate things in a way you want. Okay, so no extra key anymore. Now keep in mind that you will also then, because you don't have an extra key, be careful that nobody can take a key from later in the level and bring it back to activate this door. Because then they will be down by 1 key, unless of course... Well, I mean, actually that's not true, because you can hit the on-off switch and then go through the key door, and then that gives you access to the Goomba, so it won't break anything. Because you can always go back in the on state. If you accidentally spend a late key here, you can at least theoretically get the first key. It's a bit confusing, but at least it's not an actual lock. And yeah, Luca, I agree with that. That, you know, visually it looks very much like a spot that's worth checking. Okay, let's not die to him this time, if I can help it. If I just stay high in the air, I should generally be okay. Yeah, it's a nice fight. It does get very tough if you lose Yoshi simply because the positioning can have all the elements in that screen pinch you very quickly. But it is a nice fight. Taking advantage of Iggy's unique movement. Anyway, safety coin over there, and a pretty clear signal that that gets you to the ending, as we seen before. Blaster just gives you coins, okay. Yeah, we'll take the P-switch. Okay, you can switch to Red Yoshi, and notice once again that you can, of course... So, I think here, the player is in this situation... Luca, there's never a reason for the stream title. I guess, not that I play Pokemon, but I understand there's an impending release, which is Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Yeah, so here in this location, you have to be aware that the player is making a decision, which is, do I take the P or do I take Red Yoshi? Now, of course, they'll remember at this point that there were ice blocks in the previous room, and I think the sensible thing to do is to play in a way that takes Red Yoshi, but you are creating a situation where the player has to make a guess. So, and oh, you want this area to be a Yoshi switcher. Okay, I see. Yeah, you have to be aware of the 2-egg limit as well if you are going to do that. So anyway, let's take red, but I'll think about what the P-switch is good for. Actually, let's check the green pipe as well. The green pipe just is a P dispenser. Of course, we could also... Oh, yeah, stomp on a P. I should have remembered that from yesterday, actually, that you can stomp on a P to proceed. Of course, because of the fact that the P is hidden here, the player isn't necessarily going to think about that, right? Like, if they see the P-switch... they'll be very tempted to just pick it up. Now, if you don't want the player to pick it up, for whatever reason, you can have the P just spawn, like, in a little 2-tile pipe pit or something. Or do something else to make it so that you can activate it but never pick it up. Tricky to do, but it should still be safe in this theme because Yoshi can't shoot through walls. Or can't use his tongue through walls. But we'll go back to the ice segment in a bit. I want to check this first. Oh yeah, this just goes back here. Okay. And yeah, semi-solids will also work, exactly. So you can just step on the P. Anyway, here's some ice. And here's the POW. Notice that because I'm taking red Yoshi here, I will have to drop Yoshi to grab the POW. But that, of course, is the intended design. I can also take green Yoshi back here. Or take the POW to green Yoshi. And unite the two so I can eventually carry the POW back to the Muncher pipe that we saw much earlier. That's assuming we can, in fact, escort the POW. Actually, no. We know that Yoshi is available in a checkpoint room, but a checkpoint room is not available to me right now, so let's not do that. Right, and yeah, okay, so everything is Yoshi gated at this point, so I understand that you need Yoshi to get to the checkpoint to grab Yoshi. You need Yoshi to get through here to go through the boss room progression. So, if you take the POW and leave red Yoshi behind, notice that it is possible, I'm going to time out here, but notice that it is possible to take green Yoshi with you. Like, if you get rid of all the ice with red Yoshi, then you go back with red Yoshi, you swap back to green Yoshi, probably at a checkpoint, and then you can grab POW with green Yoshi directly. That's not an issue, it's just an efficiency, I guess. Anyway, I'm going to hit timeout fairly soon here. Let's see what's going on here. That's spawned something. Okay, bomb. I need to think about what location I actually want to bomb. Probably a hot potato. And, I'll think about that. Yeah, the thing about the bombs is that it's not clear where to go with them. Oh yeah, this is the bomb spot. So the idea is that you hot potato it up here and then chuck it over there, so. Anyway, we will need coin 3, but that's one that's by the ice, so that's simple. So the issue with the bombs is that you leave Yoshi behind, yeah. I want the player to access the checkpoint room with Yoshi. Once they do that, they can access it any time. So are you thinking that if you respawn from checkpoint, you can always get back to checkpoint? I think there is a way to do that. I think you're able to do that if you exploit the on-off state reset, perhaps. I know the on-off is already being used. I mean, it's hard to kind of diagram it in my head while I'm playing the level, but I think it is possible. And maybe they'll map out a solution. Yeah, it's kind of difficult for me to explain it right now. RVAM, I'm not sure if you have access to our Discord, actually, but if we want to map out the checkpoint issue more carefully and try to find a solution, that might be a good place to discuss it afterwards. And yeah, fairly quiet channel there, but it's a good solution for trying to follow up on conversations like that. Whoops. So much for green. Oops, got bumped. Yeah, because you have a recyclable checkpoint here, but as I said before, and as you noticed, it is inaccessible unless you have Yoshi. So if you drop Yoshi, you run into issues. But if you have it so that whenever you come out of the checkpoint room, you have something that sort of activates on spawn from this location, maybe that can sort things out. Yeah, the other thing too, of course, is that you need to remember that there are the spikes here, and that you had better grab Yoshi. If for some reason you decide to leave Yoshi behind, you do die instantly, but that's okay, you should have checkpoint by then. So yeah, I'm thinking about Green Hero's suggestion and whether that will work here. But anyway, let's go back. And let's wrap around. And yeah, let's go back here. What about ground pounding brick blocks to go into a yellow pipe that's facing upwards? Yeah, I'll have to think about that. Whoops. Yeah, I see what you mean, because then you open up the access way to the checkpoint for the rest of the attempt. If you're sure, of course, that it's only going to be gated with Yoshi. Because I guess you would only have access to bombs after that, so bringing bombs into this location doesn't matter. And because by then you should have unlocked that already. No, we want the spring. Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to think about that. To see if I can come up with any issues with that kind of idea. Yeah, it might be more elegant than something damage-based for sure. And I can see why you don't give any power-ups in this level. Because it's very easy to use Yoshi's Spit to do some kind of self-inflicted damage boost. And obviously you wouldn't want that. Okay, let's try to do this cleanly for once. Okay, this is going a little better than usual. And through we go. And yeah, once again, this didn't take you to the left. Oh, yeah, this is an issue. That you spawn this Yoshi first, you are at the 2-egg limit. If you are at the 2-egg limit, this isn't going to spawn anything. It's very easy for the player to just miss that that's what they have to do, but it's easy to reset into that. Yeah, you can always kill the Yoshi, but I'm saying the issue is that if you're not really paying attention visually, it's very possible for a player to just not even notice that you get a red Yoshi spawn here. So it's purely just a visibility issue I'm talking about. Like, mechanically, yeah, sure, you can get around that just fine. Let's wipe out the other side just in case. Now, what did I want to do? Oh, yes. Okay, POW over here. Yeah, it's the POW, and then it's the bomb coin. There's one more coin unaccounted for. Oh, did we do the one in the top left location? Yeah, I did. Okay. Now, have to be pretty quick here. And then I need to reobtain a Yoshi. Now, in order to go about doing that... Yeah, the thing about fixing the checkpoint room as well, too, is that you can keep your progression and keep Yoshi. Okay, where were we? We needed the POW here to take care of the bomb. Right, because I was talking about how at this point you need a... Yeah, you need a Yoshi in order to get back to checkpoint. Yeah, we can go back to the original Yoshi location. That seems to be the best way to do it. Okay, got a spring. Yeah, just go back and get green, I think is the best approach here. Let me just check to make sure I got the one up top. I actually don't remember if I did on this series of attempts. Notice that you toggle the on-off switch, you can actually still get that extra key if you really wanted. Except then you would need to spend the key to get back there. So no, I think you did fix the issue. Okay. A little bit low on time here, but we should actually just grab the checkpoint. Notice, though, that if you keep the coins from grabbing the checkpoint, that you still need to flow through a pretty significant part of the level to recover your progress, so... We'll keep the coins anyway, though, just in case. Because then we don't need to take care of the bomb coin if I... Had I done that on this attempt? I think I had. Let me see. Yeah, because then we don't need to repeat the bomb coin. That's going to be important. We can sneak through here, why not? And then... what was it after this? Grab the POW. Because why not? There's one coin that's unaccounted for before the safety coin, and I don't know if I know the location, so... let's go through here. And, yeah, that doesn't progress. Got a P-switch, you've got... drop down there. Safety coin over here. Now, what was I missing? I guess the only way back is to go through this P-switch segment over here. I don't remember what that gets me. I know that in one of the previous versions, there was something that was P-switch dependent when you pop back out. But I don't actually see the remaining coin. Might have been in the entry segment, actually. Unless I'm totally mistaken. I probably am. No, this is just the entrance. So you come through the entrance over here with the off-state. Ah, there we go. Then I need to use the spike ball. No, I need to use the spike ball, so let's do this. Yeah, easy one to miss. If we can get this done within 30 seconds, though, and get back to checkpoint, then we're in good shape. Okay. I am not counting on being able to do it. Yeah, I do see the timer. I don't think I can do it, but at least we don't need to redo the bomb coin. So we know that I just need to go back for Green Yoshi, and then I can be out of here, so... yeah, I mean, I guess instinctively a lot of players, when they come through here for the first time, they will check the door first. I just made a mistake of not checking the door at all because I was distracted by that first coin and the pipe, so... we've got 4 coins in tow. I think I'm in decent shape. We've also got Yoshi right away. Do I play shell jump levels? I do, not very well, but I'm willing to do it. I'm not unwilling to do it. Sometimes I don't progress very far, but there are a few that I have been able to clear, so... and yeah, Terminator, if you'd rather see that than the Boom Boom one-screen level that we saw yesterday, we can certainly switch over to that one. I can just switch over to that code manually when it's your turn. Because the replace command is broken for some reason, as I said. It has been broken for everybody here on the stream, so I haven't really been able to see what's going on with it yet. And yeah, no worries, RVamp. I mean, the point here is partly just to see what you can do. Now, I assume that we can't actually get a bomb escorted safely enough to dump it over here. Because there's too much distance to travel. But that's certainly something that came to mind. Yeah, Terminator, we can see as a shell jump level and see how I do. Like I said, I don't necessarily expect I'll do well, but... there's a normal wall block in between, okay. Alright, let's bounce over here. Whoops. Might as well grab this. Although we know it's just a safety coin here, and then we get out. Okay, so at this point we proceed. And yes, because I didn't get Red Yoshi on this passage, it does make sense to go this way, and then we do need to refight Iggy, if I am correct. I actually should have gotten the checkpoint here before I did this, and recycled the checkpoint 4.5. So we didn't need to redo it. So that was just an oversight on my part. Let's, do coin 5 again quickly. We know how to do it. And then we'll go back and redo the fight. In version 4, you don't think you'll need to refight Iggy? Yeah, I assume that you're still reflowing this somewhat. Yeah, that will be for later. This is going to look suitably ridiculous, this bit here. Probably should have just gone for the new Yoshi on the left side of that section. Okay, back we go. Hop on these guys. And then... Right, just need to do this. Yeah, if I take a spiny shell with me, actually, I don't need to deal with the spike balls so much. That's okay, one nice clean shot will do this for me. Two nice clean shots would also do it for me, but nope, that's going to be fine. Now we can always grab another spring, so we'll just use this one right away. That's probably best. Drop over here, and then refight Iggy, and then we'll go. Okay, let's get the checkpoint this time, just to save time. I wonder if it might be a good idea to have something like a left arrow here to illustrate to the player that this isn't just a symmetry room. I mean, most people will check it, but I wonder, because if you really want to be clear that a recyclable checkpoint is available, then you definitely want every player to at least check this pipe, right? And so something subtle, like an arrow, could be coins or something. Something to indicate that that's worth poking around, at least. In a level like this, by the time you got into that point, you should understand that you should be checking stuff, but some players behave the way they do, so you never know. I was actually hoping to grab that spring off the track at the very start. That didn't quite work out, of course. Okay, that's finished. Okay, thank you for that, Arvamp. Yeah, I think the flow and the clarity of it, I mean, it may just be because I'm familiar with it by now, but I think it's much, much improved from what we saw yesterday in terms of fixing some of the locking issues and some of the Yoshi abandonment issues. Definitely the thing we discussed about being able to get back to checkpoint without Yoshi and to use that as a green Yoshi refilling station, I guess, would be a pretty important change. And yeah, if you're also making it so that you don't need to refight Iggy and that you have less of a giant backtrack through the latter half of the level, you know, there are definitely things that you'll still want to poke around with, but it's getting to be in good shape. And yeah, the ice block reset is the thing. I mean, at least because you have access to the on-off switch right away, it's easy to get to trampoline and go if you don't need Red Yoshi for anything else, because I think you only need Red for the POW, which then gets you to the bomb coin, right? So once we got the bomb coin, we could shortcut that entirely. Terminator, I will punch that new code in manually. At this point, I will also be closing the queue once I punch in the next level. So this is last call for anybody who is currently in. Let me do a quick sub check, actually, first of all. Okay, great. We'll just go straight down the list. And as soon as I punch in the new replacement code that Terminator had sent in, we will be closing up for the day. And as usual, I'll try to get through the rest of the list. I'll be on for some time yet, I hope. Unless any emergencies call me away, so. We'll get back here to Shell Jump Survival Room in just a moment. For now, I'm going to mark everything as shut. And update the bot accordingly as well. And yeah, I've also got to just take a minute. I'm just going to get a quick glass of water. I'll be right back. Alright, Shell Jump Survival Room. Let's test our skills. As I said, Terminator, I'm not necessarily very good at shell jumps. We'll see how much I can do. Okay, so it is time sensitive. You shell jump off the wall to the right side, I guess. One concern that I would have with this room right away is that it does take me a moment to do the initial read-through. Yeah, I guess we take the shell closer to the wall and then jump off. wouldn't want to make the timing quite this tight, simply because there is a lot to look at. Whoops. And of course you can't accidentally wear the helmet as well. Yeah, I think having just slightly more reading time before the first bomb activation would be good. Of course, you would need to account for the possibility that you would, if you had too much time, you could put on one helmet and then grab the next shell, and I don't know if that breaks anything. It probably shouldn't. But, you know, the first time somebody sees this, they'll be looking at the mechanisms to see what's going on. Oh, I see. You're not supposed to go up the pipe. You're supposed to just survive the toggle, aren't you? Because I keep thinking I'll go up the pipe. And instead it looks like you just need to be consistent until the activation of the P in the bottom right corner, which will give you the key door. But then how do you survive long enough to activate the next one? I guess you're supposed to catch the shells on the way up. And just grab them one by one. Oh no. Okay, it worked that time. I don't know why it failed previously then. Oh, I guess it's swamp-based, isn't it? In terms of having enough height to reset the switch. So yeah, maybe you don't actually have that much flexibility. So yeah, it is kind of a consistency box. The main issue with it that I see is that... Okay, no thwomps. I'm just trying to see what's going on. Because I guess the main issue is that it's unclear that the object isn't to go up the pipe and the object is to just reset the switch. I mean, obviously you have the whole P-switch segment on the right side that should make that clear. Ah yes, it's the shell on the right side followed by the bomb on the left side, I see. So that's how you set up the timing. But as you can see, even if I get the shell jump successfully, sometimes if I go too early, the bomb doesn't activate in time, and so... in some ways it's pretty fast, you know, the first cycle. But I think it's a bit of a problem that it's possible to shell jump and still lose here. Because you have to know that you have to intentionally jump late. Otherwise, the bomb reset is too slow. So I'll see. Yeah, so I guess you're saying that as part of the intended challenge. Okay. Yeah, I think it's going to be difficult for anybody to actually see the timing the first time because, you know, the bomb is walking on the conveyor belt before the crush. And, of course, if you're playing this, your eyes are going to be on the shell, not on the bomb. And so the timing is a little bit tight, I think, in terms of where you're able to do a shell jump and reset. And the other thing is that you are standing in a location that makes it very likely to wear the helmet by mistake. I almost think that you should just let the player wear a helmet at the very start. Because, you know, it's not going to help you. But it does at least make it clear that you're not supposed to just stand there and wear the hat. Whoops. Yeah, I don't know if there's a more elegant way to do that. Given that it's always going to be a risk that the player just puts on the hat. But yeah, it doesn't... I mean, I think this actually is doable for me. But we'll just have to learn the timing and the spacing. Yeah, if you're really fast, you have time to wear it and then shell jump, I see. Whoops. That was much too early. Nothing had activated at that point. Yeah, I'll just have to remember to go a little left of the pipe every time. Whoops. Yeah, I think the timing, or at least even the red block placement could be afford to be slightly more generous, but we'll see. Because, you know, the shell jump is something that feels like it's within the player's control. Dying after having successfully landed a shell jump. It does feel a little bit rough. Whoops. But we'll try to get it right. Yeah, it's also a fairly low ceiling too, so even if you get a maximum shell jump, you actually should be trying to jump lower, I guess. Okay. Not quite. We're making the first jump a few times. You're going to say jump into switch activation. Whoops. Have to remember to release the shell, of course. Yeah, once again, you know, because I'm watching my own position, I kind of have to keep the shell in my peripheral vision. Nope. Yeah, I guess I want to be a little further right for the jump itself, and then I need to go left again to get out of the way of the pipe. Nope. Yeah, going a little bit too early still. And Ziggsy, you got water on your device? I hope that certainly got fixed up. Yeah, it does make for a good way to, you know, practice the shell jump and learn it. I'm sure you got much better at it over the course of doing the clear check. I think it would be appreciated, though, if you did have a little bit more vertical space to work with the jump. Because the ceiling is a bit low as far as shell jumps go. And that's mainly an issue simply because you have such a specific timing window that is valid. Whoops. That's okay, we'll see if we can actually get more than one down. Yeah. I mean, obviously, you know, using shell jumps for something like survival over pit like this is a very different context than when you typically use it to gain additional height. And just because of that, it can seem a bit claustrophobic. Simply because usually the purpose is to get additional height, right? And which, you know, the concept here is still fine in terms of why you're shell jumping and the fact that you're surviving in the pit. I know that for me anyway, though, it does throw off my estimate of where I'm supposed to release. Because I am not really accounting for bumping my head on the ceiling, so... There we go. Whoops. Nope. Yeah, I can see that you want the shell to just come out as soon as it can. If we shell jump over to the left a little bit, at least I can reposition myself out of the pipe and have a bit more airtime. Nope. But of course, the fact that the shell is coming down so quickly is part of why I'm accidentally wearing the hat so often. No. Need to release higher, of course. Nope. Just need to redo what we did the first time. I managed to pick up the second shell just fine. Yeah, I'm sure that people who are comfortable with the Kaizo tricks, of course, can get this in no time at all. Nope. Yeah, when I do succeed, I should pay a little more attention to what my spacing is so I can recreate it. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I still don't see anything on screen coming down the right side column towards the P, so it looks like we need a lot more jumps than that. But the record so far is 4. It's not too bad. Just need to recreate that somehow. And yeah, jumping to the left does help. Okay, let's try it again. Yeah, that time didn't quite line up properly. Timing was okay, release was not. A little bit close to the wall that time, in fact. Whoops. Just momentarily distracted. Okay, let's see. Yeah, the thing is, once I pick up the helmet, it takes a moment to adjust and get back into position for the next shell. So that's just my reaction time talking, though. Oops. Okay, that's 2. Yeah, I really do need to commit to the shell's row whenever I jump. Sometimes I think being conscious of the shell timing on my right side does throw me off a little bit when it comes to the shell release. So we'll see if we can approach that record of 4 anytime soon. Nope. Caught myself off guard with how late I left the ground that time. Okay, let's see if we can get this to work. Yeah, we'll put in a couple more attempts at Terminator. Just want to see if I can at least match my existing record and possibly exceed it. And if I don't get the clear, I don't get the clear. Whoops. Yeah, definitely a good practice room now. Terminator, well, I don't have much to add on top of what we've already said. I think it could use maybe some tweaking with the timing into vertical space. I think the reset timing is a little bit too wide in terms of catching the player. Because with a level like this, you want most of the focus to be on the shell jump itself, right? But the concept is good. I don't know how many repetitions it requires. Even if I don't clear it, I think that doing it 4 times was still okay. I would assume that it's covering most of the vertical space here, and maybe going up to about... Oh, 8 in a row, okay. I probably could do it with a good, solid run, just maybe not today. But yeah, a lot of it is just not getting thrown off by other elements on the screen. But yeah, I think it would have been worth trying this with a taller box, though. I don't know if the... because then you can keep the existing timing window, but then you have the thing that actually makes shell jumps feel good, which is that you get a decent amount of height and air time. So the fact that the concept here relies on bumping your head against the ceiling does make it seem a little bit claustrophobic. And if you have more headroom, yeah, it takes longer to hit the shell, and maybe that throws something off, but the timing also feels a lot more relaxed. Yeah, I think the mechanism, like, you could probably keep the timing of the existing mechanism, because at least it seems really consistent. But I really do wonder if you could do it with a taller box, even with just 1 or 2 additional tiles, or if it would throw off too much just because of the shell respawn timing. Okay. Quite nice when you can do it, though, of course. And yeah, it would lengthen the wait for the shell to come down slightly, but I don't think that's the issue. Because as you can see, when you pick up the shell, there actually is a bit of a delay anyway before you are going to jump. It might actually be better if that's a little bit tighter. But I don't know. I mean, a lot of that is just going to come out through testing. But anyway, we'll try to get one more good clean attempt. And then I'll probably be satisfied with my personal best getting halfway on this. I mean, 4 in a row is not bad for me. It's better than I usually do when it comes to my hit rate with shell jumps generally, so... But yeah, the idea here, right, is that once you get the shell, you have to wait anyway before it's safe to jump. So if you're going to have that waiting time, you might as well just let the shell take a little bit longer to fall. And put the wait there instead, because you are going to have to wait either way. So is it, you know, do you wait for the shell to fall all the way down, or do you wait after you grab the shell? And I think it's better to wait for the shell to fall down like an extra tile, because having an extra tile or two of vertical space would actually improve a lot of stuff, I think. I don't think you need to make any big change or anything. I think as a consistency check, it actually is quite functional and pretty unique as far as shell jump practice rooms go. Very different from what you would normally see. Whoops. And yeah, Luca was kind of wondering about that too, like whether the sort of half-tile displacement from a sideways pipe would do much. Yeah. But yeah, I'll probably bail on this in just a few tries, but I'm glad we got like one good solid run in. Yeah, so as I've been saying all along, I think successfully doing a shell jump, but then realizing that you went too soon is maybe not the best feeling, and so it's better for the waiting time to be before you pick up the shell rather than after. Anyway, we got a jump there. Thank you for that, Terminator. I don't know if you're going to continue tuning it up, but hopefully that's a good look at it. And somebody got the first clear in the meantime, so congratulations to whoever that is from Japan. And yeah, that's the thing, is that I kind of had to learn with experience that I had to, first of all, not enter the pipe, and secondly, kind of back off a little bit with every attempt so I could reobtain the next shell without wearing it as the helmet. And that's the kind of thing where you kind of have to learn it the hard way. Oh, we forgot to clear our vamp just now. Let me just clear that. That was my mistake. Mang, you're next. If Mang is here. Mang, I also know that you wanted to send a specific level code. Except the bot failed to put that in, so let me know which level it was you were requesting. Yeah, because I know you had initially tried to queue something specific, so... but that's okay, we'll pick something. from Der Yogurt Hose. Screen Heroes is saying, Space Bunny 3 will save until we've done number 2. We have done number 1 now, finally. Boom Boom's Castle. Enter Boom Boom's scary castle, but beware of scary ghosts and Boom Boom. This is from July 2020. I think I've played everything to that point, so yeah, let's take a look. Of course there's Boom Boom. Okay. I should have timed it up properly, obviously. What a surprise, a Mang level that's not built on a half screen. Actually scrolling the camera vertically for once. Okay, pretty easy to read that stuff. Let's try to do this. Bit of forward momentum there, but not pretty hard requirement or anything. Here, I guess we bounce. It's a Mang bounce. And then here we catch that on the way down, of course. Mad Lad's doing maddening ladder things. I'm trying to remember, did the whole Mad Lad thing originate with Nintendo putting that in their trailer for Maker 2 in which Boom Boom was introduced, or did that actually predate that? Like, was it already a running joke, or did Nintendo just start that by calling him a Mad Lad? I actually don't know the answer. I assumed that it was something that just caught on with the original Maker 2 trailer, but... Anyway, let's be cautious here. Yeah, Mang level 0.79 will hopefully do well, but these can sometimes take a bit of time, as we saw yesterday. You wonder if it wasn't an SMP3 thing. I don't think it was. I feel like I would have remembered. You know, like, a lot of the terminology that I kind of have built into me comes from stuff like the SMP3 and Super Mario World manuals and the like. Which is why, you know, what people call a note block, I still have a habit of calling a jump block, because that actually was what it was called all the way up until the 2000s. And I barely noticed when they started changing that designation, or when people just started saying note block, or music block, or wherever else. Okay. Here we go. This is going to be Mang Bounce. Then we ride out this next thing here. Whoops. Yeah. Gotta be quite careful with that. We do need to be carried forward there, and then that's up to checkpoint right there, so. Checkpoint 1 coming pretty soon. Whoops. Yeah, a lot of it is just correctly estimating momentum here and knowing when to fall along a wall instead. Obviously, it was first named a jank block. Probably. I'm sort of wondering about the etymology of the word jank as well. Like, which game community it started from when it comes to game mechanics. Because there are a lot of interesting bits of history too. A lot of video game lingo. Like the way that, nerfing and buffing things was specifically popularized by Blizzard games like Warcraft, for instance. Like that's something I kind of knew intuitively as somebody who did play a lot of RTS in its prime, but the fact that it kind of caught on for games generally, that it didn't have much to do with those, is just one example. And then I'm sure there are some examples from totally different developers as well, including Nintendo themselves. But yeah, I don't know who or which community was kind of first with talking about mechanical jank. Whoops. I guess it would originate from web design. Yeah, now that you pointed out, yeah, that is best viewed in Escape Navigator. Whoops. Yeah, now that you mentioned it, I definitely would have heard it in that context. And quite a while ago. Okay. Up we go. A lot of opportunity to adjust all over this. I should have hugged the wall there. There was a one-way panel protecting me from making contact with that spike on the left side. So it was safe to hug the wall. And then we need to probably overshoot slightly and fall back to the left. Whoops. Yeah, and I'm sure there's quite a lot else that's been terminology we just take for granted. Whoops. Yeah, like I said, I need to overshoot that slightly. And probably catch that note block or jump block or jack block a little higher on that pathway. Whoops. Okay, here we are. Not quite. I needed to shorten that jump a little bit and fall faster. Okay, let's see. Let's watch this carefully. Okay. Scary. And yes, indeed, Miss Yarrow, welcome. Okay, here's the Boom Boom fight. Oh. This is where it becomes a music level. Okay, well, we got through everything up to this point fairly efficiently. Love this little bended checkpoint, by the way. it's just going to be 3 hits on Boom Boom. Can't be that bad. Even though this is precisely the kind of oscillating floor mechanic that gave me a ton of trouble with certain levels in 6YMM. But yeah, it's just a matter of standing well away from that pattern whenever we can and just playing defensively as much as possible. Okay. Let's see here. Missed completely. Needs to be all the stuff that's totally standard to doing a winged Boom Boom fight that's giving me the most trouble here. Okay. There we are. Just waiting for the next opportunity. Yeah, just one hit so far. And a double Ludwig on either side is going to be something to contend with. Notice that because you're spawning through a single door, that the symmetry is actually off by 1 tile. That's, of course, just the 1 ground tile on the column that is to the right of Ludwig. Everything is symmetrical, discounting that. But that's the kind of thing I noticed, I guess. I mean, like, because when you just have a door at the entrance and exit, that's just going to happen. Dropping in the way you do. And on the entry room with a checkpoint, there was a left wall only and no right wall that was built at the end of that zone, so I guess it balances out. Yeah, the asymmetry is going to be the reason we lose. I'm sure. Whoops. Wow, just got mobbed from the sky. Yeah, pretty gentle platforming up to this point. But that was, of course, just preparation for the real thing. Whoops. Didn't expect to have that high a bounce. But I think I didn't make a very good prediction as to whether I was going to make contact. Whoops. Slipped right off. I think I know why I slipped right off too. Look at the one-way panels relative to the semi-solid at the bottom. Yeah. Because it is uneven, speaking of asymmetry, notice how I think the one-way panel on the left side actually is short by 1 block because of the one-way panels being even numbered. It's funny because I didn't notice that until Meng claimed that it was perfectly symmetric, somewhat facetiously. But now that I've died to slipping off the side where the one-way panel is, we're noticing all sorts of things. Also, Luca, I found it interesting that your use of the fish emote when talking about asymmetry is also asymmetric. Having one on the left and two on the right. Very self-referential. Whoa. Okay, once again, it just didn't count on the bounce height there. Yeah, it looks like a pretty expensive room, entity budget-wise, just with all of the booze here. Nope, thought I could get a second hit quickly, and that was not the case. Yeah, if I'm hitting Boom Boom down low, a nice short bounce over him is probably best. Whoops. Oh, once again, just fell right off the platform. Okay, let's try this again. Yeah, quite nice to... Timing of this whole setup here. I guess it must be that everything is on top of a jump block and that they're kind of being activated by something rolling back and forth and hitting the blocks from below. Like a spike ball that's being bounced back and forth by trampolines or something. You've got a whole boost stack on top of that. Oh. It's funny because that almost got me to second hit. But yeah, aiming for doing a short bounce whenever I do hit Boom Boom is probably going to be a good idea. Feels much safer, in fact. There we go. Oh no, and getting mobbed rather quickly. Once again, 2 hits though. Best attempt so far. Okay, consistently getting him in that location. 2 hits and whoops, fell off the edge. But that's okay, I think. We have a very clear intent if we're hit number 1. That's going to be a miss, so let's not do it. Yeah, I should have gotten on the left side faster that time. Oops, thought I could sneak under him. Not quite fast enough to do it. Full jump there would have been just fine. Oops. Once again, thought I could sneak under him. Not a very good estimate of how Boom Boom's going to sweep over there, though. Nope. Yeah, fun fight, though. I also only just noticed that you actually did have mirror images of that CC replays emote. I didn't know he had pointing both ways, in fact. Okay, we missed the first hit this time, and my pattern is completely off. Yeah. Nope. Oh, once again fell off the edge. Yeah, because I'm sometimes reading the entirety of the blades down below as how I'm visualizing the platform, and yeah, who would have thought, Luca, that there could possibly be such a thing as too many onion rings? I actually find that Ludwigs aren't too much of an issue. I mean, obviously it's constraining my spacing quite a bit. Feels almost kind of like an Electrodude fight, actually, with all this bullet dodging. But just hitting Boom Boom on target is the main thing I'm struggling with, so... Oh, almost got him for hit number 3 there. Very close. Very, very close. Nope. Maybe 4 Ludwigs would have been the right solution? Well, the right solution to something, that's for sure. Whoops. It would not have been the solution to the asymmetry. Except at least it's 4. It's not like you're doing a 7 Ludwigs or something. Which would be kind of a placement issue. No, you can have 1 that's centered and 3 on either side. You would still have the 1 block asymmetry on the right. Whoops. Whoa, okay. Okay. Sneaky, sneaky. Oh, there's more. Escape sequence. Okay, we'll really have to get this fight down efficiently. Didn't realize we were playing a Metroid game here. Oops. But yeah, just trying to get him down as efficiently as possible. Seems right. Okay, awesome. Yeah, Mangtroid Dread, exactly. Okay, escape sequence. And yeah, Grisnock's very well-timed Zero Suit there. I actually kind of wonder if I could have bounced in that Boom Boom for anything up top, like some kind of bonus, but I think that was likely the big finish there. I kind of want to check the more info screen just to take a look at that. Thank you for the GGs. The Zero Suit GGs. Yeah, the only thing on top is Boom Boom's spawn location, where he kind of follows you down as you move towards the goal if you are too distracted by the Boo who comes in the right side. Anyway, great level. Love the thumbnail too. Is the thumbnail also asymmetrical? No, it's not. No, it's symmetrical. I mean, mostly. You kind of have to look at the kerning of the... not so much the kerning, but the spacing of the characters in Boom. It is a non-monospace typeface. Alright, Lucca. Okay, Twisted Twilight Towers. This is a recommended level from Lucca by Pwn25, who I think I've played something by recently. I played something by Pwn25 recently. I don't remember what it was, but I believe he came to my stream. Yeah, the Bomb Rush. That was a great level, actually, so looking forward to Twisted Twilight Towers. All who entered a haunted manor are trapped within its mystifying vortexes. Lucca, kerning is a term in typography. It refers to the spacing between letters, like if you make consistent spacing between letters and words. Look at this Boo setup. It's helical. Whoops. Yeah, so you need to get in that gap, walk slowly over. Did it without too much trouble the first time. This is a really interesting Boo pattern. Yeah, there's a clearer space after that spiral. It's spelled Kremling? Yeah. I remember that from the Donkey Kong typography series. Okay, here's another giant section. So yeah, there are a couple of safe zones that you can generally wait for, it seems, but this we actually have to play with interactively. Nope. Not so much. Yeah, so there is a safe zone in the pattern that will eventually discover and lose because I don't have fire. Really nice use of the lighting here too. In this dark theme. Okay, let's run this again just to see what I missed when it comes to obtaining the power of fire. Oh, I guess I have to hit the block on the left. Yeah, and then on my way back over, once we have a state switch, we'll hit the block on the right. And Red Knight, by the way, welcome. Okay, there we go. Probably a state switch that allows me to grab fire on the right side. There will be a state switch. There will be another state switch. And what does that do for me? Probably does something to manipulate the pattern, I suppose. Oh, we probably want to drop fire on this guy at some point. To do that, there will be something else for me to hit, I'm sure. Or some other change that I haven't monitored. And we hit that. Can I actually sneak down to the left? I can't quite see the end of the semi-solid. Nope. Let's try to follow this pattern over here once more then. Yeah, there's something on top of the platform below me here that is released by a sequence of on-off switches. Yeah, wonder if the P is going to be sustained. We'll see it soon enough, I'm sure. Now, what does the P get me? P blows up the bomb, okay. Spike ball, and then I guess we probably go back and forth. Red Knight, it's been going well. Much better than yesterday's when it comes to actually completing the levels. Yesterday we took way too long, had a lot of people drop out, and still ran the stream far longer than I wished. Today it's been a pretty good pace, and the submissions, of course, have been fantastic across the board. Yeah, we need to show off more of Pwn25's material for sure. I just met this maker like 2 weeks ago. And, whoops. Clearly somebody with an eye for spectacle. Okay. Let's go up. Here we are. Yeah, very unique. I mean, I've seen dark level boost spam concepts before, but the pattern here is the thing that really makes it special. Like, it's a very stylish pattern. Just lots of fun to look at. Oh, whoops, missed a coin. That's okay, we got the other one, and we have to do both anyway. Let's wait for the next one. And it's fairly simple, too, in terms of, you know, letting the player take it at an easy pace. So you can actually admire what's going on. Like, it makes sense for this level to be one that's on the easier side, simply because you get more of a chance to just stare at it and watch more than where Mario is going. Crazy. And, yeah, we'd better get out. Can I go up? I should be able to. I was hoping to go up there, even though it's just no blocks and red blocks, and probably something that will stop me. Yeah, okay, one-way panel there, can't go. So, yeah, this is kind of a survival challenge where you loop back and forth, I guess. And you do have to hit everything on the first cycle this time, because otherwise you won't hit a safe zone. But yeah, there's some kind of track cycling going on, and the whole concept is kind of built around the idea that the pattern will have a safe zone at one point. And of course, to get past the early part of the level, you are supposed to notice that. And yeah, really have to kind of turn the corner quickly there, though. Okay, let's go here. Yeah, just go as quickly as possible. It lines up very nicely, just hugging the right, hugging the left. And just pushing along that edge. Pretty sure this is just time survival. I can't see anything else to interact with. Oh no, I'm supposed to probably hit the note blocks, aren't I? I'm going to try to hit the note blocks. I think that's what's going to happen. It is extremely sprite effective. You can see that everything is shells activating note blocks, including in that falling column earlier. So yeah, we wait for a state switch on the on-off, which just happened. Then you pop everything you can. I think you probably can only pop each switch once, but yeah, because it is based on spawning the Podoboo. But yeah, extremely cost effective, which means that you can do a dark level that has sufficient lighting in it. But yeah, last time this maker was here, we played a really good hot potato bomb level. And clearly a list that I will need to go through at some point. Oops. It mostly relies on hard blocks, which is a far superior limit to rely on. Let me think about how that's going. Yeah, I'm still thinking about what you mean with the hard blocks. Because, of course, I'm trying to play the level at the same time. I'm not necessarily thinking about everything accurately. Did I hit the middle one? I don't know. Oh, I see. No, yeah, you just need to hit boom boom by activating the mechanism there. And then we have something else going on. Whoops. New pattern. Now that's really neat that you have a sequence of rooms that has a similar challenge, but with a different pattern as a phase 2. And yeah, the note blocks are part of the hard block limit and not around. Yeah, I see what you mean. And is my bitrate going burr, Luca? Because surprisingly, I see no frames dropped on my side, which... I mean, I guess this would be a bit of a stress test, in the same way that refreshing levels would be a stress test for video quality. Yeah, on my end, it actually looks like the stream is holding up for once. Haven't even had the usual audio issues today. At least I don't think I have. Okay, one hit at a time, of course. And there's a bomb detonation that you can kind of see on a track next to Boom Boom that does the switch state here. Okay, now you go through the door, and then it's pattern number 2. Yeah, hopefully this is a watchable experience when it comes to the video encoding. But it actually looks okay on my side. So we'll go over it afterwards and see if the video is even legible. Because this looks really neat. Okay, good. And we'll just survive this cycle. All the moving elements at once that make this blurry, yeah. Definitely quite the video test. Now, I should warn people in advance. As you know, I've almost always been able to clear the whole queue and keep up that commitment. I think we've only ever had to cut that off once. We may have to do a bit of an emergency stop today. I will at least finish this, and we'll see what the situation is. In the past, what I've done is, for the people who stayed but didn't get played because I had to cut off, I've usually kind of held onto a queue skip or something for you later. We've only ever had to do this once. So, but yeah, hopefully I won't have to cut off, and we'll see, because I was hoping to run quite a bit longer. Game itself also lags a bit in the last room, yeah. I've seen a deliberate lag detector level before as well, which I hope wasn't deleted by Nintendo. It was a really interesting, or rather a lag machine. Like, I've seen a really interesting lag machine concept that was actually a great level, not just a concept demo or troll or anything. But yeah, you can see that this would press the game like crazy, for sure. Pretty spectacular to look at, though. And yeah, the game's definitely struggling a little bit here. Okay. Yeah. No need to deliberately slow down or anything. I do want to go fast. And of course, the right side block will be the hardest one to hit when it comes to timing. Oh, whoops. Ran ahead a little too quickly. I thought it was going to hit the wall there. Yeah, Ziggsy, no worries about leaving. Glad we could see your other one earlier today. And this phase is going quite a bit better. And yet you can do everything the first attempt there if you are careful, and after the bomb hits, that's it for Boom Boom. Okay, do need the first cycle. The switch will not activate until after that. And then you do need to do a full run around. Once again, just given the speed of the pattern now. Okay, probably just... whoops. I was about to say probably just one or two more cycles around. Okay. Whoops, just missed that jump completely. Alright, yeah, hopefully we can get through you folks, because I know we'd already missed Green Heroes yesterday. But of course, that depends on what we get, so... Whoops, a bit of a nudge to the right there. That was quite unnecessary. Yeah, this will be a fun one to review the video of afterwards, simply because as much as I am able to appreciate what's going on here, my eyes are mainly on myself here. And it must be quite mesmerizing to watch, sort of on a macro scale. You don't have to be the one playing. Okay, let's go quickly. And carefully. Yeah, it can't just be a full run, you do need to watch your spacing. Just kind of tap ahead a little bit at a time and know when not to overshoot. Getting pretty close here, though. Oh, I could have done it in that cycle. Would have survived this. Oh, well. Just needed to make it to the key door cautiously that time, and that was very, very close. So, let's watch this some more. Okay, that's the first room down. Yeah, it's a very cool boss fight, for sure. And after having dealt with that very consistent pattern for most of the level, this phase 2 is kind of a neat little surprise finish. Because the pattern in phase 1 was just a standard one that all the platforming teaches you well in advance. And this one escalates things in a very satisfying way. What did I not hit? Oh no, that's the key. Okay, let's be careful. And we're through. And we have escaped. Nothing else to look at here. Particularly because it's dark. Oh, not anymore, it isn't. Anyway, thank you so much, Luca, for recommending that. Where are the Ghostbusters? Terminator, that was in Green Heroes Ghostbusters level that we saw a few weeks ago. We have already featured a Ghostbusters level here. With a fantastic soundtrack, I might add. Anyway, that was Twisted Twilight Towers. Fantastic level. But yeah, this guy, as I was saying, is very new to me. 289 likes on this profile. Look at this. I don't know if it's somebody's alt or something, but this is seriously underplayed. Okay, let's see if we can continue. Nintenium is, of course, here. Yeah, Nintenium, I might not be able to grind out something for as long as yesterday's, but I'll try to make it happen. So yeah, we can continue. We also see a new one, Snow Resorts. We can do that for sure if you want to see something new. I know there was another few that we had not completed recently as well, so yeah, sure, let's do the latest. Aura's got a record on this already. I see, oh yeah, Aura is doing a viewer day-to-day as well, I think. This is his usual weekend viewer time. Not likely to compete with that, but looks like it's a 20-second run, and that's with so few clears so far, who knows what will happen. 3D World speedrun in the snow. Yeah, one of the main issues with streaming at this time is that I don't really get to catch much of Aura anymore. Whoops. I don't know why I was expecting a bounce there. I've been conditioned. That looks like a wall jump. And then I have to land on that shell. I have to land on that shell, so I'm guessing that the suggestion is that I have to kick it rather than throw it. We'll see. No, I definitely need to land on it, but maybe I shouldn't be able to... Maybe I shouldn't be grabbing it at all then. I think it is a throw followed by a wall jump, but we'll see. Throw and a wall jump at almost the same time. Yeah, I was beginning to gather that was the case. Okay, sorry about the lengthy interruption. We just had a bit of a brief emergency on my end to attend to, so we're hopefully okay from this point, and we can just continue. Now, where were we? It's going to be a shell release and a wall jump. Whoops. And yeah. Previously I was throwing the shell too early and too high. That was the issue. And now I need to not bend back so soon. That's partly the purpose of the spike block that exists there. Yeah, it does strongly discourage you from pulling back at that location. But of course, doing the release and a jump is going to be tricky. So let's see about that. Yeah, of course, when I see the impending wall jump there, as well as the situation with the shell throw, is very tempting to just turn back immediately, and that's, of course, the mistake that I've been making repeatedly. Yeah, because I do want ample room to get a throw and a shell throw. Sorry, the throw and the wall jump input down, but Jumping back too soon is, of course, not possible there.
Oh no! Oh no!
Okay, let's try it again.
Oh no!
Okay, we actually got enough time to do a wall slide that time. Yeah, you have to let go, you have to continue holding that jump right away. There we go. Yeah, all about just releasing both buttons, releasing both Y and B at the same time. It should be fairly obvious that that's what you have to do, but I don't really have the muscle memory to do it, so that was something that I had to adjust around because, of course, the habit is just to release Y for the throw, but if you're doing things at the same time, you release both buttons, you repress B, and it's a pretty satisfying motion when you can get it. But it's one of those things that you're rarely ever going to be doing in this game, and so, well, unless you play more advanced technical levels than I do. Nope. And yeah, I can feel rather in my thumbs that I'm a little bit sluggish with the release there. Because I'm, of course, still kind of thinking about that as two separate interactions, even though it is just one very fluid motion that, when it comes together, as it did on that one attempt earlier, does come together quite well. Whoops. Yeah, you were asking about it being a shell drop earlier. I think it's clearly not the case. Unless the idea is that you drop it and kick into it, but no, it's very clearly a throw. Yeah, everything is just kind of spaced just right to enforce a very specific input there. There we go. Oh, bullies. I was a little bit slow reacting to the on-off switch, but it is just wall jump and then swinging over to skip squeak with a bully bounce. Drop and work for the shell is a Koopa. Yeah, because the spiny, if it's pointing up from the drop, I think I see what you mean. Also because, yeah, it would be hitting you from this side, perhaps. Anyway, very satisfying when you can get the interaction, as I was saying. Whoops. Not enough speed going into the long jump there. Interesting that that long jump was so slow. But yeah, I can't think of many ways in which enforcing this simultaneous release and wall jump would work as well as it does here. It does work very well once you understand it. Everything here is spaced to compel that to happen. Yeah, once again, still slow on the uptake there. It's not a difficult input, it's just one that directly conflicts with a lot of the muscle memory that you will have built up as a Mario player, and so every time I fail that, I know exactly what I'm failing at, and I'm still not correcting for it accurately. When I'm kind of paying attention to the input, it works very well. Oh, Snowball is thrown up here at the on-off switch, okay. And there's long jump followed by a center jump right off the edge there so you don't hit your head. So, yeah, Snowball goes into the pipe. I just didn't read that quickly enough the first time. And I was going to time out on the clock anyway, just because of that delay, so... Very satisfying. Whoops, failed to get the up pipe. Okay, let's see if we can get this to work.
Oh no! Oh no!
Okay, let's head down. Whoops.
Oh no!
Okay, down we go.
Oh no! Oh no!
Yeah, I do understand everything that has to happen here. Whoops, missed the down pipe entry.
Oh no!
Once again, it's going to be throw, a long jump, jump. But that time, I was losing too much time to missing that pipe entry anyway, so...
Oh no!
Yeah, it's still not quite getting the timing down on that, but like when you do it successfully, it does feel very natural. Glowcliff, welcome. Okay. Down we go. And it's going to be stop followed by a long jump. I knew that, but still missed it. And then it's going to be kicking the Koopa shell on the right side. Yeah, I still just need to read some of that for the first time. Getting quite close to the time limit there. I did stall a little bit, but it's clear that that's near the end. Poor release that time. Alright, let's get this to work. Whoops. Okay, here we go. And down, and... Nope. Tricky, but we can do it. yeah, overshot a little bit that time. I mean, the crate does end up in a good location when you do everything in sequence correctly. Whoops. Went off on a diagonal that time.
Oh no!
And yeah, if we can read the long jumps accurately near the end, we'll be in good shape. But until that point, still a lot of learning and practice to do.
Oh no! Oh no!
And yeah, the timing does kind of matter there. We have had enough attempts on that occasionally I am off slightly.
No!
Not really as difficult a trick as I'm making it look.
Oh no!
Yeah, once again, just really have to keep the muscle memory in check there when it comes to the specific sequence of button presses.
Oh no!
I am falling a little bit short. I wonder if that means I'm late on a wall jump.
Oh no!
Might also be something to do with where the shell is bouncing, but... Well, you made it. Whoops. Okay, starting to run into some diagonal input issues.
Oh no!
Very much the player's fault, not the controller's. Okay, that was a much more comfortable spacing. There we go. Am I on time? Yes, I am. 0 seconds remaining. Yeah, that went really well once I saw it. Got the Koopa shell at the very end on the first try, too. Very nicely done. Yeah, that was kind of a grab back of all kinds of 3D world tricks all in one go. But as you could see, actually very readable. Considering that, you know, some things there would be challenging to communicate in a very short time frame. Things worked out pretty well, I'd say. Green Heroes, if you're still here. After that considerable interruption earlier. We'll look at yours next. And, yeah, thank you for staying. Again, pardon the issue we had. I'm just going to see if the other two are here as well. San Diego and Sand Observer. I think both of them might have dropped, understandably. So, Green Heroes, you will probably be our closer today. So I'll hopefully be able to take my sweet time with whatever it is we're looking at. Look at RPG at the end of this code. How incredibly convenient. Yes, this was the Homestuck level. Over to Frost and Frogs, your Hawkeye spots an invincible imp to snipe. We're not up on the lore, as you know, so we'll just kind of go with that. This is going to be Sunslimmer. 6-minute record by Shoujo. I mean, I guess with a Green Heroes music level, there's going to be a lot of looping back and forth in multiple states, so Or something to that effect. Some kind of puzzle element, so says the tag. We'll see what that is. Okay, that's going to be a music zone, pretty obviously. Eventually, when you drop into where the Master Sword is located. Super Ball is going to give you some kind of deflection. Looks like it. SMB2 Mushroom will make something happen as well. Probably while it's getting off the cloud here, obviously. I don't know if this deflection is going to get anywhere. Doesn't seem like shooting anything there is going to do much, so let's just go back for the time being. Okay, no. Maybe if you fire directly into this... Not quite. Looks like some kind of Super Ball deflection, though. I mean, if you come out here... Yeah, there's the coins. Let's see here. Boom boom down there, and the Super Ball just kind of moving around indefinitely. Super Ball just taps into that location. Okay. Let's try to just stand here and see if we can keep the Super Ball as alive for as long as possible. I mean, there was that boom boom down there. We didn't really see what this was about. We might just need to stay on it for a bit. Curious. Well, I don't see what the Super Ball is doing for me here, but the SMB2 mushrooms are just going to hang out in that location. Don't know what these are doing either. What if we just don't hit them? That was not successful. Would there be any reason not to hit the note blocks? I'm looking at this and thinking, why would you even have a vine spawn there? And that seems key. Yeah, probably missing something obvious, but we'll see. Yeah, I don't see why activating the note blocks would affect anything unless bouncing me up a certain height matters, but what can be activated here? There's this donut block in a corner, there's something else going on. One-way panels going down. I wonder, with one-way panels going down, if we can actually sneak down somehow. Like we... Well, let's try to get into this location. I don't see what the Super Ball can target, really. Like, what use there would be in attempting to hit something with it. Green pipe here. So yeah, let's take a look at a spike ball carefully. Red pipe spawns SMB2 mushrooms. You need the SMB2 mushroom to get down here. This is in the night theme, and so the SMB2 mushroom does work as a jump detector. I think you just need to spam to jump somehow, and... Oh, you know what? Yeah, you get here. Yeah, spam jump as much as possible. Maybe. You need to use the property of the SMB2 mushroom being affected by the jumps. But in order to do that, you do need to spawn the second one off the pipe, maybe? Or maybe do this, like get on a vine and just... Yep, get on a vine, and then that's the way to do it. And then drop this guy. There we are. Okay, figured it out. Very satisfying to do it, in fact. What's up here? Okay. Took me a moment, but we understood it in the end. Can I get another one? Feel like I should be able to. Because we do need to pluck the cloud from the bottom, so... Yeah, you just get on the vine and jump out that way. So you can go through this way, but I wonder if I can actually go through that pipe. There we go. Yeah, given that the cloud was just a return to that door. Oh, here's something to do with Birdo. You just need to pluck the stump and remove the chomp, I think. And then the seesaw balancing is going to do something. Ah, okay, coins down there, I see. You do that, it opens the gate. And then I need to collect the coin using the Super Ball. But first, we'll get rid of both sides. Yeah, it should be a Super Ball deflection to grab either coin. Nice to actually see a purposeful use of the Super Ball for once, in fact. Oh, seesaw got stuck. Okay, no, the seesaw does need to be on the other end, so let's raise it. Yeah, pretty unique, being able to use that as a puzzle piece and also as something that is a bit boss-like in terms of giving you something to dodge. No, we want Super Ball. And here... I mean, it isn't also going to be Super Ball, is it? It might be, actually, just deflection. If I need to get rid of that guy, probably with a stump throw, maybe. I'm going to hit timeout here, but at least we did figure it out, so that should be fairly quick to recreate. Also, a stump would get you through the pipe if you wanted, but I don't know if it's actually possible to travel here, so... It is. Except you need a key, which we currently do not have. And it would actually need to be a key, not a, not something to do with the key coins, because the safety coin, of course, resides after that door. Dirtbog would actually like to add a second Big Mac to your lunch order? Yeah, we can do that. Results may vary. Okay, let's do that. Super Ball on the left side. Oh no, we need to do clouds first. Yeah, really neat fight. Okay, we'll SMB to the other side and remember to grab the cloud at the very end. Okay, well, that's going to go well. And down. Okay, now we may as well pluck some of the clouds just in case. Nope, can't reach because it's semi-solid, obstructing that. I really feel as though using the chomp is what we want to do there. We'll place it up top over here. Grab it. There we go. Got the key, and we also need the remaining coins, likely using Super Ball, otherwise you get stuck. There we go. 4 coins. And then we need to stump one last time to get through the door. Yeah, really nice item reuse to get all these gating mechanisms working. Now that's matched, but then we're missing a coin. Where are we missing a coin? Super Ball got stuck between the one-way gates, yeah. That it most certainly did. Let's try to go back out to left. Maybe I missed something over there. Because I got the safety. So what did I miss? Let's see. Was there an early coin that I just didn't see? Yes, there was an early coin here. I completely forgot about this guy. Looks like you would actually want something to roll down here. Like an SMB2 mushroom, for instance. And then you would want the Super Ball down below, and then you would fire the Super Ball when the jump blocks are actually being triggered, so... Whoops. Okay. I hope that mushroom managed to get destroyed somehow, because... otherwise we're in big trouble. No, we can slip in here. Okay, that'll work out well, actually, because when we jump this... and then it should get all the way over. And then... after the activation... well, after it comes down here... we need to take out these clouds, actually. Okay. Yeah, I guess it's being repelled, that's the issue. Need to get it down low here. Nope, that's not where. I need to get it to activate these blocks. Now I just need to reset through the door. Okay. Let's not deal with the spike ball. Nope. I actually want to get in here and jump this, I think. Except that doesn't spawn it out of the correct position. Okay, we can get this guy down. Yeah, I don't know. I need to figure out how to drop it from down here, probably. We'll just mash the jump button a bit. Yeah, I just need to mash it, actually. Nope. It's really quite tricky. 120 seconds remaining. That's okay, at least we know how to do it all. Wow, okay. Yeah, you were saying that it's a fairly precise shot with that Super Ball earlier. I mean, you know what? Why am I even doing this? Why don't I just hop on a block myself instead of waiting for the mushroom to tap it? Yeah. Okay. Never mind. We were doing things the silly way as usual. Yeah, fire a shot, trap it, and just go directly. Okay, now that we've done everything the hard way, we should be able to hit checkpoint just before the timeout. And music time. Okay, standard Green Heroes loop. Gonna be taken over a couple times. And we'll listen to the track as it develops. Okay, there we are. And secondary track over here. Poison mushrooms just staying safely out of the way so we can just listen to the music track and presumably not take to death at this bike. Oh, poor Boom Boom. Just getting boomed right away. Also, I have 10 seconds remaining. We'll actually get to listen to this a second time. Entirely because of timeout. Unless there's a checkpoint right here. No, there isn't, so we'll listen to the track a second time. So yeah, I guess we're kind of done with the main interactive bulk of the level, if it's just music from here. Pretty satisfying. I quite liked that chain chomp room. Just lots of interesting interactions using repetitions of the same elements and, you know, deciding when to use one thing or the other. Also, I think in general, just one of the better uses of the Super Ball that I've seen as an item that is hard to make work, I think, unless you have things like those one-way panels enforcing a certain amount of accuracy that the player doesn't have to fuss around with managing. So yeah, we'll just do the musical finale and see if there's anything else other than just jamming. Okay, almost there. Okay, how? Nope. How? Actually, can't be hit there. I'm just put below them by the offset there. That's kind of a neat offset, in fact. Here, however, we're finally going to activate those. Yeah, neat little double use of how just using the offset state to control what you can do. So, always kind of a pleasure just to see the state switching tech that allows you to extend everything through the whole track. And just build in tons of music, even within the limitations of the instruments you have available, the number of entities in your budget. Very cost efficient. And yeah, this goes on. And that's it. Yep, pretty extensive reward for having cleared the early segment. Spent some time on that, of course, but yeah, despite coming quite close to timeout, yeah, it just took me the longest time to see that if I just trap the Super Ball, I can just activate it myself. And that was a fairly easy thing to spot, just one that I think I partly missed due to tunnel vision. Anyway, that's going to be it. That's the... actually, we'll do one final check. I think the other ones, the other people in queue have ditched, so I believe this is going to be it for the stream, and it's going to be a good time to end anyhow. We'll mark that as a win, and thank you for the GGs. You had to compress the music from Fast Lava Lift to Winged Flimsy Lift because it used too much space. Okay, I think I get what you mean, yeah. Yeah, it seemed like that was a very densely packed experience. Okay, just gonna do final checks, but realistically I'm not actually able to stay, so... San Diego, I think, is long gone, as is... whoever was last was... Sand Observer, yeah. Still a relatively efficient stream in terms of the material we got through. Thank you so much for sticking through the major interruption we had earlier. I'm glad I finally got to catch up and play this after having missed out on your submission yesterday. So, as always, we will be sending you on to somebody else, likely somebody running this game. And yeah, that's going to be it for this week. We'll be back with some of the usual schedule, maker features, and viewer levels next weekend. There may be some changes because I'm looking forward to doing the new maker mode that's been patched into Baba Is You, along with a ton of new built-in content. So that's going to slip in somehow. If any of you are making Baba Is You puzzles, we will likely do viewer levels for that at some point. And so we'll kind of be alternating between Mario Maker and that over the next week or two, to the extent that I'm able to stream, which has been more and more difficult for me lately. And Red Knight, thank you for joining me for so long as well. Hoping to catch you a little more often as well. So yeah, scheduling information and plans and such will be discussed on Discord. We'll send you all on to somebody else very shortly. So thank you, as always, for watching, and especially for the people who have decided to submit their wonderfully elaborate creations. That's all for me. So have a good day, have a good week ahead of you, and we'll send you to your next destination. So until next time, fare thee well.